welcome to another food video. I hope you're all doing really well. My name is Faye and today I'm going to be your chai wala. We are making Doodh Patti, which is a tea that's available and drunk all over Pakistan every single day. So let's get into it. So we'll be using half to 3/4 cup of water. We've got 2 cups of milk, about 3 teaspoons of sugar, and also if you use about 7 cardamom pods. We'll also be using 2 black tea bags. You can use any tea you have. I'm using English breakfast tea today. I'm going to start by putting the water on. I'm just going to let this boil. So in the water goes. So I thought I'd just start by crushing the cardamom seeds just while the water is boiling. I've got a pestle and mortar here, and I'm just going to open them up until you see the little black seeds inside. That's the bit you need to use. And I'm just going to grind them until I make a nice powder. Just to let you know that we are now adding a short and quick recipe to the bottom of our description along with the ingredients, just to make it a little bit more useful if you need to go to the shop and you'd like to try out one of our recipes. You'll be able to follow it in a much quicker way. So I hope that's useful for you. Better get this tea on before my first customer arrives. Chai walas need to be on time. They need to be ready throughout day and night. It's in a little powder form now. Uh-oh, my first customer's coming. You're gonna have to help me out, I'm afraid. It's not quite ready.
Assalamu alaikum. So it's nice and boiling the water, and chai wala is all dressed up. They're never like this, by the way. Okay, so it's boiling. I'll just wait for a few more seconds. I need lots of bubbles in there before I add the tea bag. Black tea must be added only when it's proper boiling. That's what, it's a herb, and that's when it gives off the flavor.
Do people like this tea strong or weak? Or I know it's got a lot of milk in it.
This tea is mostly milk, less water. But it's made in a way that strength of black tea is very good in this tea, and for that reason it's also called trucker's tea in Pakistan. So the lorry drivers, it's very common on every dhaba, on highways, and lorry drivers, they just love drinking this tea, and it gives them strength of black tea and energy from the milk as well. And it tastes really creamy and nice.
People have it quite sweet, don't they?
Yeah, this tea, because it's creamy, it goes nice with sugar. So we don't usually add sugar to our regular tea, which is black tea.
Yeah.
But in this tea, we use approximately 1.5 teaspoon of sugar every cup. So we'll be making 2 cups of tea, Doodh Patti today. And we'll be adding about 3 teaspoons. It's to your taste, so just add as much as you would like. So I'm going to add 2 tea bags now. You can use loose tea as well, similar quantity, but I'll be using tea bags for now. And I'll turn the heating down to medium. It was on high before, and let the tea bags give a nice color.
Smells nice already.
Yeah, that smell
Smells
is
like
coming
tea.
from cardamom,
Yeah,
which
it's the
is on
cardamom.
the side. Yeah, it's just a black tea aroma which it's giving off at the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll be using this. For this tea we need to give it lots of air, and I'll show it to you how it's done. And that's what add the creaminess. And
That's the secret to a good chaiwala.
yeah, so you're a chaiwala, you can try that today.
Would you come to my stall?
Yeah, at least once. I'll give it a try.
No, never again.
We'll see how it was.
I feel for these chaiwalas serving anyone like you. Fussy man. Fussy customer.
Okay, the tea's been boiling for about 2 minutes. If you see, it has given off really nice dark color to the water. And this is when I'll add cardamom and milk to it. We don't need to remove tea bags, which we do if it's English tea, but leave the tea bags in there. So cardamom, crushed cardamom going in now. And 2 cups of milk. Heat setting to slightly medium to high again.
So the milk is starting to boil. This happens very quickly. You want to keep a good eye on it. And once it begins to rise to the top of the pan, you just need to turn it down a little bit. I have done this many times where I've overflown the milk and it's gone all over the cooker. So keep an eye, because it literally, if you turn your back just to put something in the sink, it can go everywhere. It rises very quickly. It's just rising now. So I'm just going to turn it down, and the trick now is to start to give it some air. So I'm also going to add the sugar, just so that dissolves nicely. And then I'm using a ladle so that I can get some really nice air into this. So be careful not to splash yourself, but you just want to keep giving it a nice lift. And this will help to keep the tea not from frothing too much, rising again. It gives it some air, so it keeps it slightly cooler, enough for it just to become frothy on its own, but without that like sort of thick milk gathering on the top. Do you want some leftover bakora?
Yeah.
There's literally 2 left. We made them yesterday. We've eaten all of them.
So the milk has reduced a little. The idea is to make it a little creamy. I'm quite happy the way it is now. We have been giving it air like this, which just adds some air to it, gives it a little frothiness, brings bubbles on top, which is always nice. Just want it to be little stronger, so I'm just going to give it a little more air while it boils. I think one of the tea bags it split in the process. So we'll be using a sieve when we serve.
You might want to use a sieve anyway, just because there might be like the little lumps of cardamom or anything. So I tend to just sieve this tea anyway.
I don't use sieve because when I'm pouring it to the cups, unless the tea bag has split, because the way to pour it is, again, you give it some air, and that's not very nice when you're using a sieve. So I'll show you anyways today. You can decide whatever you want to do.
You can either go to his chai wala stall or my chai wala stall. I use a sieve in mine.
Okay, it has come to a very nice strong color. I'm going to take the tea bags out now. Okay, it's ready now. I'll give it my best shot to serve it the way it's meant to be served, which is giving it some air while transferring it to a mug or a cup. So here is how you do it. You start low. See, you won't be able to get this froth if you're doing it with a sieve. So I don't mind little granules in there because they'll settle at the bottom anyways. So I'll just have it like this.
So I'm going to do my tea with a sieve, and I'm going to assure you that mine's better. I've put a lot of pressure on myself now. So in one hand I've got the sieve, and I'm just going to pour it like this. And then see, from the sieve, you've not got any of that in your tea. So I believe mine's better. Plus, I'm a very friendly person. And my service at my chai wala stall is so much nicer. And I give you free bakoras as well.
Okay, move the sieve away now. Let's have a look. So, tea on the right is...
rubbish.
Is done by me. Tea on the left is done by Faye.
No,
I won't say which one is better. Maybe you guys can share with us which one is better. And yeah, and after that we'll make it just that way, whichever you say is better.
Should we try?
Which one would you like to try, yours or mine?
I'm going to try yours. Let's try each other's.
I think you can try yours.
I'll
try
yours.
mine.
Oh, it's hot. Cheers.
Let me cheer with the camera first. So if you see, this is the frothy one.
Mine's the more delicious one.
Okay.
It's hot.
Mine is very, very nice. I can tell you that.
Mine's very smooth. I bet yours has little bits in it.
No, it's
Let me
fine.
try.
Those just, you just want to drink mine.
No. Well, they're around the same, really. But I think when you get to the bottom of yours is going to have little bits.
I won't drink to the bottom.
So, yeah,
I'll
see,
leave
you're
it halfway.
wasteful.
You want the last pakora?
You go for it. We really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Just to let you know that we now have our website up and running. So it's www.spicykissah.co.uk, and there's some really nice stories about mine and Umayya's childhood, why we got into cooking. So if you're interested, please take a look. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you did, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye.
Here is Faye's tea with sieve. Let's see if it's any different. I might be wrong. We'll try. Little overflown. It's a fail.